Have you ever felt stuck in life, despite trying so hard to change? Surely at some point you must have wondered if there is a secret that successful people know, but you don't? In reality, it's not luck or innate talent, but Stoic philosophy, a philosophy that has existed for thousands of years. That is the key to helping them overcome challenges and rise stronger. Imagine facing a difficult situation, and instead of giving up, you find strength in calmness and reason. That's exactly how Stoic philosophy can help you transform challenges into opportunities for growth. If you've ever wondered, why do I always feel unmotivated, even though I've tried so hard? Then this video is the answer for you. Right now, join us at Wisdom Daily as we explore 5 Stoic philosophy lessons that will change your life in ways you never thought possible. Let's begin with the first lesson. Lesson 1. Embrace change. Stoic philosophy helps you progress continuously. You've probably heard someone say, "That's just how I am," or perhaps you've said it yourself. But what does this statement really mean? It could be a sign of stagnation, an indication that you've stopped changing and no longer want to grow. Becoming rigid in thought and action, refusing to embrace change, is a major barrier to self-development. Consider someone like Steve Jobs. Despite achieving tremendous success, he never stopped at his current position. Jobs was always seeking opportunities for change, creativity, and innovation. Throughout his career, he faced failures, but never used the phrase, "That's just how I am," as an excuse. Instead, he embraced change, learned from his failures, and continued to improve himself. This was a crucial part of his success in creating groundbreaking products that we still use today. Stoic philosophy teaches that change is an inevitable part of life. According to Stoic philosophy, every day is an opportunity for us to learn, refine, and grow. The phrase, "That's just how I am," is actually an excuse for not changing, while Stoics encourage us to continuously improve ourselves through each action and decision. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This means that no matter how much you've achieved, you still need to continue learning, challenging yourself, and accepting change to become a better version of yourself every day. Have you ever said, "That's just how I am"? Think about it for a moment. Could it be that you're rejecting change and progress in your life? Start with small changes, whether it's in your job, relationships, or personal hobbies. The important thing is to always be open to change and constantly improve yourself. Are you ready to embrace change and progress continuously in your life? So, how can we effectively control our emotions and embrace change? The answer lies in Stoic philosophy, which we will explore right now. Let's find out how Stoic philosophy can help us control our emotions and remain calm in difficult situations. Lesson 2. Control your emotions instead of letting them control you. You've probably been in a situation where emotions influenced your decision-making. A moment of anger, fear, or even a bit of anxiety can cause us to act impulsively. But what would happen if we learned to control our emotions instead of letting them control us? This is exactly the issue that Stoic philosophy encourages us to address. A clear example of controlling emotions comes from Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and one of the most famous Stoic philosophers. During the most stressful times of his life, when his empire was threatened by war and crises, Marcus never allowed his emotions to dictate his actions. Instead of reacting out of fear or impulsiveness, he remained calm and rational, making decisions wisely, always remembering that emotions should not determine his actions. This is a perfect illustration of how Stoicism helps us maintain calmness in all situations. Stoicism doesn't encourage us to suppress our emotions. In fact, Stoics believe that emotions are a natural part of being human and should be acknowledged. However, Stoicism teaches us that we can learn to control and respond to our emotions from a place of calmness and rationality. Emotional clarity is the ability to recognize and understand our emotions without allowing them to dominate our actions. More importantly, Stoic philosophy teaches us that our actions should come from a state of clarity, not from anger, fear, or frustration. When faced with a stressful situation, instead of letting emotions take over, you can take a few seconds to pause, breathe deeply, and think about how to act in the most rational way. Sometimes, just a brief moment of calm is enough for you to make a wiser decision. Question for you. Next time when you feel your emotions taking control, what will you do to stop and regain control? After understanding how to control emotions, how can we truly take responsibility and stop blaming circumstances or others? The answer to this question lies in the next lesson of Stoic philosophy that we will explore. Let's dive into how Stoic philosophy can help us take responsibility and respond appropriately in any situation. Lesson 3. Take responsibility instead of blaming. In life, have you ever faced difficult situations and wanted to blame someone else or the circumstances? You might think that if it weren't for this person, things wouldn't have happened, or if circumstances were different, everything would have been better. But Stoic philosophy advises us one simple yet powerful thing: never blame circumstances or others. Instead, you can always control how you respond to events in life. Let's consider the story of Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher. Epictetus was born into poverty and enslaved, but he never allowed his circumstances to determine his fate. He learned to take responsibility for his own life and taught that no matter how bad the circumstances, how we react to them is what matters most. Epictetus often emphasized, "It's not what happens to us that causes us distress, but how we react to it." This is a clear example of embracing personal responsibility and ownership in life. According to Stoicism, each individual has the ability to control how they respond to challenges. When facing a difficult situation, instead of blaming circumstances or others, Stoics encourage you to ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? What can I learn from this experience? By doing so, you not only take responsibility for your actions but also find ways to grow through difficulties. This philosophy does not suggest that you will not encounter difficulties or challenges in life. In fact, it is an inevitable part of the path to growth. What matters is that you have the power to choose how you respond to those challenges. And this is the ownership that Stoic philosophy aims to teach. Question for you. Next time when you face a challenge, how will you choose to respond? Will you blame others or take responsibility and seek improvement? Once you've understood the importance of taking responsibility in life, the next crucial lesson is that nothing is worth achieving without effort. Together, let's explore the next lesson in Stoic philosophy, which will help you understand the power of humility and effort in life. Lesson 4. Nothing is worth having without effort. Have you ever heard someone say, "I deserve better," when facing difficulties in work or life? This statement might seem reasonable, but does it truly reflect the right attitude about effort and virtue? According to Stoic philosophy, this phrase is a sign of impatience and a lack of real effort to achieve what we desire. Instead of expecting everything to come easily, Stoicism teaches us that nothing is worth having without paying the price. Consider Thomas Edison, one of the founders of the electric industry. Edison failed over 10 times in trying to invent the light bulb before he succeeded. But instead of sitting back and saying, "I deserve this," he continued to persevere and worked hard, constantly experimenting, learning, and improving. These failures didn't discourage him. In fact, they made him stronger. Edison never believed that success was something he deserved, but rather something he had to earn through hard work and relentless perseverance. Stoicism encourages us to live with humility, realizing that our value does not come from what we are given, but from what we earn through continuous effort. Edison's story is a perfect example of how life does not give us what we want easily. Instead, it requires us to put in effort, accept hardship, and persist in our journey. So, instead of standing still waiting for good things to come, Stoicism advises you to ask yourself, what have I done to achieve what I want? Am I willing to put in the effort to deserve what I expect? Remember, hard work and humility are not just keys to success, but also ways to build a stronger version of yourself in life. Question for you. When was the last time you truly put in your full effort to achieve something you wanted? Are you ready to continue striving for it? Once we understand that success does not come from luck or entitlement, the next lesson is that we must face challenges instead of avoiding them. This is the next step in applying Stoic philosophy to life. Let's explore how Stoicism helps us keep our spirits strong and overcome challenges in life. Lesson 5. Face challenges instead of avoiding them. In life, we cannot avoid challenges and difficulties, but what matters is how we face them. Have you ever been in a tough situation and felt like giving up just because you were too tired or afraid? This is when Stoic philosophy comes into play, teaching us that instead of avoiding challenges, we should face them with courage and calmness. Think of Nelson Mandela, a man who faced one of the greatest challenges in his life. Imprisoned for 27 years for fighting against apartheid in South Africa, he never allowed his imprisonment to control his thoughts and actions. Mandela didn't just accept his circumstances, but found strength within them. He understood that there are things in life that cannot be changed, but the way he responded to them was the only thing he could control. From this, he acted and became a symbol of resilience and action. Stoicism does not teach us to passively accept everything with the phrase, "It is what it is." This phrase is not an excuse for giving up, but a deep understanding of what we can change and what we cannot. This awareness helps us avoid being caught up in negative emotions and instead focus on what we can control and take action to improve the situation. Resilience is the ability to stand firm in the face of difficulties, and Stoicism teaches that it is precisely in these challenges that we truly discover our strength and ability to rise above. When facing challenges, instead of shrinking back, you can apply Stoic philosophy. Accept what you cannot change and take action to change what you can. In this way, you not only face difficulties, but also become stronger by growing through those challenges. Question for you. When you face difficulty, will you choose to give up or rise to face the challenge? Think about the challenges you are facing in your life and try applying Stoic philosophy to them. After recognizing the importance of facing challenges, the next step is to understand that our emotions are not the determining factor in our actions. Let's explore how Stoic philosophy can help us control our emotions and respond rationally in any situation. We have explored 5 Stoic philosophy lessons that can change your life. From embracing change, controlling emotions, taking responsibility, to facing challenges, Stoicism is not just a philosophy, but a tool for personal development and finding inner peace. These principles will not only help you become stronger, but also live a life of purpose and meaning. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have control over your reactions to what happens, but you cannot control what happens." Only when you begin applying these Stoic principles will you realize the limitless strength you have to change your life. If you found this video helpful, don't hesitate to share it with those around you so we can change our lives together through Stoic philosophy. And if you haven't subscribed to Wisdom Daily, do so today so you won't miss out on more profound lessons on Stoic philosophy and how to live a meaningful life. The last time you faced a challenge, which Stoic principles did you use to overcome it? Share your story in the comments. Join us at Wisdom Daily to explore more wonderful life values in upcoming videos.